we're going to have a conversation about the political situation facing the AAPI voter in this country as well as in Texas and North Texas.
But just a few weeks into starting school, they were doing a census. And we were in the gym, and the football coach said, everybody needs to line up in one line. And if you're African American, you move 2 steps forward. If you're Latino, step 2 steps backwards. If you're Caucasian, take 1 step forward. You know, they were counting everybody. And then there I was, standing there by myself. And they were like, well, what are you? And I said, I'm Indian. And they said, like, red Indian, and I'm 12 years old. And I was like, no, brown Indian, like from India. And they were like, oh, you were born in India? And I was like, no, I was born in South Africa. And they were like, just put other for her, which kind of tells the story of my journey to my organization and being othered for so long.
What are the notable trends and highlights within the AAPI electorate in 2024? What are some of the key issues that are driving the AAPI community, and what do these issues look like in the DFW and North Texas region? And feel free to jump right in, because I'm going to in a little bit.
I think one of the interesting things that we saw in the previous presentation was the headline from, I think it was the NPR article, where polling, like Asians aren't polled enough. And like other corporate marketers, campaigns are driven by time and money, resources. And so a lot of times there's proxies that are used, different ways of measuring sentiment, where issues move. And a lot of what we hear, if you've worked in the Asian American marketing space for a long time, you hear from political campaigns.
Their research suggests that across the country, Asian Americans are very interested in this election. And what are the issues that tend to be motivational for Asian American voters or API voters for this coming election is primarily economic.
I think one of the things that, taking a leap from what you were asking, Tim, so what's the 10,000-foot view for all of ANHPI across the country? And I think language is a big issue. Also coming out of the APIA vote survey, right, that was done recently in Q1, that most of Asian ANHPI voters today speak a language other than English. So taking a deeper dive into the Dallas-Fort Worth area, right, 80% say that, but almost a third of the Dallas-Fort Worth ANHPI population say that they are less than proficient in English.